friends. I'll edit that out. It'll be
Lolly
beautiful.
ho.
It'll be beautiful. Welcome to episode 53 of Kupo Quest. You'll notice we have a very small cast again here tonight because, well, Nozak is dead. Spoiler alert, but this is episode 53, so let's recap where we've been here lately, because there's been some things going on. The party's been split up, but very recently has come back together. We've just learned that our dear friend Nozak fell in battle against Morrow, having turned from normal person, getting the snake pox, and then eventually succumbing to that, which then the final stages turns you into a serpentine beast. Doing battle with him, the only way he sought to get rid of the thing was to cast Fireball on himself when he had like 2 HP left. And then his death rolls did not go so well. He also did not kill the thing, which Izzy found out when he stumbled across his body later. Izzy did, however, after not being able to save Morrow or reverse the situation, did end him. And then finally caught up with Ava, who had been shagging up and having the time of his life in the Chocobo Forest, just chilling for the last couple days. Like spa day to the max out there. And then they both got the news in various ways because Ava was visited by their now ex-patron Shiva, who basically told him that maybe she'd put her faith in the wrong place, that she was reevaluating her position and how she needed to go about doing this, and revoked her blessing from the group. The group is broken, scattered, dead, and they have lost their ability to contact Shiva and access their job functions, for now, at least. And she left him alone with the dying Sara, who had been injured by her father. Man, this is a twisted tale. My recaps are getting longer and longer. I need to tone the story back down to like heroes save the day or something, because this is getting ridiculous. Anyway, Izzy finally shows up and basically just tries whatever he can to tap into that spark within himself and just do something for Sara, managing to pull from the deepest parts of his power. He did manage to pull off a remove curse, which had a couple cool things. 3 instances of wild magic erupted throughout this place, and it was the final step he needed to unlock the first stage of his ultimate weapon, which turned out to be the broom he's been carrying around this whole time. Because if Matoya is
Latoya is
anything,
cool.
it's cheeky. So he's had the staff that he's been searching for the whole time on his person. Now he has it in his possession. Not fully powered, but powerful enough. And we left, I believe, with Sara slowly coming to, as you realize that the cursed veins seem to be retreating back towards the wound. So that's where we'll pick up here as night's falling in the Chocobo Forest. Oddly peaceful for everything that's just happened. Sara's just... Is he? Where am I?
I think what Sarah sees from below is Izzy looking at the staff floating in front of him. And I think he slowly puts his hands out. And as he grabs it, almost in a flash going outwards, kind of like an effect, you guys see hundreds of thousands of silver runes floating around him as his eyes glow. And then when he closes them, they shrink back into the staff, and he opens his eyes.
You look down at Sara, and she looks kind of frightened. She's kind of sitting up a little bit painfully. It seems like it's taking everything out of her just to push off the ground a little bit, and she seems to like try to be backing away. What's going on?
We're in the Chocobo Forest, Sara. You were attacked by your father at the Wind Shrine.
No, no, I was talking to... My father was there?
He took the disguise of Thomas. He has incredible powers now, and he tried to kill you. while we were there.
She kind of just collapses back onto the ground. But I've known Thomas since I was a little girl. That was my father the whole time. I
It
don't
was.
remember. Don't remember much. What happened? Where's everybody else? Why are we here?
Izzy is looking at the staff, and you see he kind of sighs a bit. He looks clearly disappointed that he cannot enjoy this moment. But very slowly,
You
he
have it
sets
so
the
hard,
staff
Izzy.
down. Yeah. He sits down. Don't do this. He has been carrying this team for so long. He deserves a treat. He sets the staff down and just sits next to Sara. And he simply says, you said you wanted me to trust you, right? And I want to know that I can trust you with the truth because a lot has happened. And despite that I still need you to remember our talk where I told you you need to stay strong as in your position.
I feel like you're buttering me up for some bad news. What
Quite a
happened?
bit. And go ahead.
No, what happened?
I think he explains everything as kind of like encompassing to Sara, but I think he also explains the stuff that Ava didn't see, so Ava can get caught up too. So
Okay.
starting with meeting his mom, her giving him moving on to not being able to find Blake and Grunthor.
Okay.
He does mention he can check on them. He talks about the person who came running into town, explaining a bit of what happened. That's where Ava can jump in and to explain more detail and
Okay.
context because Izzy was not there.
Sure.
Um,
Oh, I meant yeah,
and
because he wasn't there when the guard got sent, but I guess you were there at the
yeah,
temple. Okay.
but I think he goes to he explains everything. He explains finding Nozak. I don't know why I forgot finding Nozak and
Why remember
finding
him at this point?
Mar- and finding Morrow. And I think he's not gentle when explaining it. We explain it because he remembers her words of him wanting to her wanting him to take her seriously and be truthful with her and as a friend. So, and I think while it might be seen as cruel, I think that Izzy telling someone the truth and being full and giving them full knowledge is him being kind.
Okay.
And I think as he says that, he explains how essentially it was either essentially he tried to ask Shiva to save him. It didn't work, and either he would have to use the last bit of his power to either save her or save Morrow if his attempt worked. And he knew that if he was able to save one, he wouldn't be able to save the other. And he thought it'd be best to just take him out of his misery. Also, he does mention that some of her people are fine.
Okay. At the very end. Oh, but some people lived. So we've lost
Also, it is
Morrow.
very clear that Izzy is not Blink's face. He looks very hurt when he's explaining that Morrow and Nozek are dead.
Okay. Okay. Emotions. Got it. So Nozak and Morrow both. And Hawks, it turns you into some kind of beast in its final stages?
Yes,
Did the Empire know? Is that why they were killing people? Is that why they were getting rid of people that early?
most likely.
Oh my god. What about those? And at this point, she'll look to you, Ava. Were there any others that were still sick? What happened to them
Oh
up at the
yeah.
temple?
Well, they're still at the temple, I think.
Oh my god. She kind of shifts, and you can tell the veins are still retreating back, and you can tell that she's definitely still incredibly weak. So this conversation's taking a lot out of her just to kind of move around and speak. Okay. How long have I been here?
I think today's the third day.
3 days. Okay. Oh, my God. And you said you don't know where Grunther or Blake are.
No, but I can use my magic to attempt to check on them.
Things going to
We need to
shit.
do quite a bit.
Okay. Yep. Let's go. And she starts to push herself up, and she gets to about like right here, and then just her arms collapse out from under her, and she kind of falls back onto the ground. So oh. Okay. No, I can do this. Okay. And she's gonna attempt to stand again. No. That was a
And
1.
Izzy give the help action?
Hey, if you'd like to try to help her up, yeah.
Yeah, sure.
Wow. 20 on the help action. Wow.
Yay!
So
We love to see it.
she starts to fall back down, but you kind of reach out and you grab her. And as you grab her, she looks at you and she kind of locks eyes for a second. And there's a lot of unspoken things that transport back and forth between the two of you in that moment. You've had some very difficult conversations with her and probably been the one that's been the most upfront about how she should be doing this. And as you grab her, you see her kind of steel herself, and she puts her other hand down, and you can tell it's causing her a great deal of pain. But she pushes herself up and stands kind of wobbly and reaches out, kind of puts her arm like around your neck. Thank you, Izzy.
Yeah, I
Oh,
think he looks at her and he says, I'm still here standing. I want you to be too.
I think we can get through this. I can't believe.
For now, just focus on being able to stand. We can leave
Okay,
in a bit, but we need to talk about some things while we're in this place where it'll be difficult to look in on this conversation.
okay. Who's that? She points over at
Oh, yes,
Oki.
Sarah. This is Leonhardt. This is Oki. This is my contact that I have in Cornelia that I've been getting all my information from while we've been traveling.
This is your contact? She's like 10.
She is
I'll
very fierce for a
I'll
10-year-old.
be 11 in 2 months. Thank you very much.
See,
And just so you
Happy
know,
birthday.
it's in 2 months. It's bad luck to wish it that early. And just so you know, oh, Your Highness, like she kind of catches herself and then does like this really awkward curtsy. Um, I've been trying to keep an eye on things while you've been gone. I've been in contact with Ava, and things were going really well until like a couple days ago. Then they went really bad. And you can see like Sara just the color still has not come back to her face, and she just looks exhausted at this onslaught of news that she's getting after being revived. I need to get back to Cornelia. But
Okay.
what did you want to talk about?
Uh,
Where's there
I
to
think
say?
I think he looks at his staff. It's very clear he wants to nerd out about that, but he puts that aside for a bit, and he says, "We need to decide what we're going to do." Uh, Also, as I mentioned before, the Empire wants to meet with us. Essentially, it'll be them pleading. He puts quotes, most likely telling us to stop what we're doing. Ava, they only care about what the two of us have to say. Sarah's a non-factor in this meeting currently. Currently. So, are we going to the meeting? And if so, what are we doing?
I think we have to go to the meeting. They have Renoa.
They just want to meet
Okay.
with the two of you, or
Yes.
your group.
Apparently, our mission in destroying those beasts that are messing with the crystals isn't faring very well for the king or emperor.
That just means we're doing something right.
Uh, I don't want to involve you, Sarah. You have too much to focus on right now.
I
Right now,
trust you with this. I'm here if you need me, but I trust you.
I think he looks at you. He's like, "Is this going to be a talk later type of thing?"
I would
Oh,
appreciate a
sorry. Go ahead,
briefing
Sarah.
after the meeting, yes. I'd like to know what the status of things is.
Basically, he's giving Ava the chance to say, do we want to talk about this later or do we want to focus on Sara?
No, let's talk about this now. And we'll give Sarah a little bit of time to recover. And like you said, this is a safe place to talk. If we're going to talk strategy, we should talk it here.
So, my goal is I would like to go regardless, we need to get to the elves and we need to get rid of the monster that's around that crystal. We also need their allyship for Queen Sara. Not only that, we need to be able to gain a non-detection item for you. When my mom visited, she gave me one. DM, did you tell me what shape the non-detection item was in?
What shape would you like it to be in?
I think he gave his signet ring to his good friend, not boyfriend slash boyfriend. I
Sure.
think you would notice he's wearing another signet ring.
Okay. I did have in mind that it was either a ring or a necklace. So,
Okay, cool.
but I
We
like
need to get
whatever
one
flavor
for
you're
you.
into.
Maybe. Okay, cool. As many as possible, if we can. If we
Yeah.
can convince them that we're here on a mission, to get rid of whoever, and warn them about what the Empire could potentially be up to. We may be able to gain allies. I don't know. He looks at Sara. I don't know if it's best for you to come with us, Sara. You have too much to focus on here. Plus, your father's on the loose again, and you're going to need as many protectors as possible if you're not coming with us.
And my father can be anybody, you said. Is there a way to
Yeah, I
detect?
don't.
And
Hmm.
here's the other question,
I
I suppose. What happened to the real Thomas? I mean, he was a real man. That's why I was so trusting of him. I've known him forever. He's likely
Your father
I'm
probably
not.
killed him.
You see Izzy trying to say I'm not sure, and then Ava says that.
Can't believe, I always knew my father wasn't a good man, and I never thought he was a great leader, but I never thought he was this. I
If
never thought he was capable of this.
the problem is he's running around here loose, and this won't be his only attempt. Uh, Queen Sara, you have two options, maybe more. You can either come with us and we can act as temporary protection for you. You would have a good cover in which you're trying to gain allyship with the elves, but your people would be left here by themselves. Conrad may be able to cause some sort of coup or may attempt to usurp you.
I can't leave
Or
them.
you can
Not
stay
now.
here.
I can't leave them knowing
Okay.
that he's here. He will fill, as we've seen, he'll fill any vacuum that's left. I mean, he already did it as Thomas.
Well then,
I think
Renoa's men are currently more skilled than yours, so we need to convince them
absolutely.
to act as protectors instead of going back home. If they want, it'll be a stretch. They just saw their vice president get taken away, but that's the best option we have.
Okay.
And he looks at Ava, he's like, and we maybe could try to take care of Comrade ourselves. You told me you got pretty beat up, and I don't want to put you in the line of fire. If you're in the
Mm,
way, it makes it harder for me to do anything.
Nozak and I tried taking him on with just the two of us, and I don't even think Conrad broke a sweat.
When you say that, you see he thinks for a bit. He's like, okay, we don't have. You see he thinks for a sec. He's like, that meeting. We don't have to tell them what our plans are, but we can ask for a boon. Do you think we could maybe convince Noctis that we might leave him alone if he takes care of Conrad? My only problem is I don't want them getting any ideas once they're here.
What would lie about a peace treaty? Is that what you're ultimately suggesting? See if we can get a couple of handouts and then stab them in the back later when they're not expecting it.
The problem is, they don't really care. They don't really, and no offense, my queen, they don't really care about Sarah. Sarah, if anything, I would say she's in the safest position possible by us acting as if she's not as involved as she was.
I think they mainly cared about Cornelia's position. We've kind of already blown that to hell. Um, yeah, I think you're right. I think they're switching tactics, and I think that for now Cornelia's probably low on their list.
Okay, what if what if we meet them in a place that would have better protection, and with that we can kill two birds with one stone. We can try to convince them to meet us in the Elvish Kingdom.
That'll be. You can try, but you're running the risk of really upsetting the elves at that point. The Elezen are highly reclusive, and we were pushing it just visiting ourselves. Inviting the Empire in, I think, would be, especially without clearing it with them first, I don't think that's going to do us any favors.
Mm. If that's the case,
As you go to
we
say
might just need
something,
to.
you actually hear something
Mm.
in your head, Izzy. A familiar voice. Izzy, darling, I've had a chat with the Emperor. He's agreed, actually, to meet through a proxy. Surprised me, honestly. I think you scare him. If this is acceptable, let me know. I'll give you his terms.
He immediately spills the beans.
Okay. What would you like to
And
say?
he Yeah, and I
You
think
can
he
restart if you
says
want.
after that, I think he says, I think I think his mage may have a soft spot for me. Uh
Ooh.
she may I think she respects me. I think she respects me as a fellow mage because let's be honest, I don't think Noctis has been using her to her full extent. So getting a real fight may have been worth it to her. Not only that, she's a Mysidian sorceress. So knowing her being challenged probably excited her.
Do you think she could be
I
an
think
ally or
I think she can be a tentative agreement, and I think he stops for a second. He says, "I've been looking at this entire issue all wrong. I've been thinking that I've been thinking that the people we've been fighting are have just been brainwashed by the Empire, like it's all black and white. But I think a lot of them just don't have any other options. And I think he kind of sides me. He's like, and that doesn't take away from her. She is our enemy, but I would feel remiss to at least not try to get her on the right side if I can."
there's two perspectives in every war? I think everybody, at least the common folk, think that they're doing the best they can. Lord knows Cornelia's done things in its past that I'm not proud of. They weren't done by my hand, they were by my father's or my grandfather's, but no one's hands are clean in war. And
Sarah, we need to go speak to the elves regardless. Will you be okay staying here by yourself?
I think I have to be. I think I have to stay. With what we've learned about Cornelia, with my father, I can't leave them alone. They can't go. There are people here I think that could lead, but I can't leave them to fend for themselves against something like that.
Mm,
What kind of queen would I be if I abandoned them knowing the danger that lurked amongst them? I just hope that you all would forgive me for not seeing this all the way through with you.
Well then, it seems then you need to officiate a new envoy. You see, he gestures to Ava.
What?
You see, he says, Ava, you need to act in the queen's place as her voice on this journey. Sara, you wish to be kept up to date. There's been no one here more loyal to you than him and Grunthor. I think he's the perfect candidate.
And works for me. I would also like to remind you, Izzy, of your holiday gift from Anoa. You do have those pieces of paper that basically work as a group chat. So just don't forget you have
Mm.
those. Basically, whoever writes on
Oh,
it, it appears on the other 3 sheets of paper.
okay, cool.
There's
I
4.
think this.
Yeah, so like
Oh
if
yeah, I think this
yeah,
is
so there's 4 of them.
the thing about it is I think this is the perfect time to use them. He hands them out to Sara
That's
and
what I was
Ava.
thinking. That's what I was like. Don't forget you have those, just so you know, because it was the holiday
Did you
gift,
make
and
it into? Did you make it into an item?
I don't remember if it's in D&D Beyond.
Don't worry, I can do it.
I sent you like the PDF of it around
It's no
Christmas.
problem. I can copy and
So
paste.
okay.
Um, but he says, Ava, I know you have a lot on your plate, but would you be willing to be the queen's eyes and ears on this journey?
Yeah, sure. Fuck it. Why not?
Don't you love when your friend just gives you a job?
Can never get away from this queen, can we?
Yeah.
Well, at least
But
she's one of the good ones.
I think
Ooh.
with that, sorry, I'm going over my notes.
You get another message in your
um,
head. I take your silence means you don't want to hear about his terms? Because you didn't respond.
I think, yeah. I think he messages her back, and he says, hmm, yeah, I think he says, please, no. He says, feel free to send them, and please be as concise as possible so we don't mess anything up or offend.
Okay. There's a couple seconds go by, and you get one more sending into your brain. He's sending 2 requests that only those in your group come. And for some reason, he wants to meet in Altair.
We're just gonna go to the map.
It's the city
Oh,
you
is
all
Altair the
destroyed.
abandoned place?
No, it's the
Yeah,
one
it's the
that
place
you.
that burned down from the
It's
airship.
yeah, which is a midpoint between Lindblom and Cornelia. And there's
Wait.
nobody
What
there.
happened in Altair?
You all were there when the airship crashed right after you took the wind away from the world. It's where you met
Wait.
Minwoo and everyone
Oh,
with the all the
the
first
town that
time.
burned down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah, he
Uh,
gets a message back
in
that
3
just
days. In 3
that
days'
simply.
time.
Okay, cool. And he says, all right, we will meet you all.
So it's really just going to be the 2 of us going, huh?
I assume so.
Fuck.
I guess this is what we need to work on before we can head out. But I think he says, but the main goal, we need to get each of these gods within you, and then we need to find the mother crystal as quickly as possible. I've been working on something. I may be able to get teleportation down relatively soon, but I need to do a lot of studying. That'll make life easier because we need to check in on Squall, and more specifically, Nozak's children and your mother.
There's a little bit of a tug
But first,
on your pants, Ava.
Hmm.
Are you going away again?
Yes, I will be, unfortunately. The bad stuff is happening again, so I gotta go.
I know.
I gotta go act.
I'll watch after the place if you promise to come back.
Absolutely. Make sure to keep your eye on the queen and keep her safe.
Of course. She'd be lost without me.
Hmm.
I think
Actually come
that he
back, though.
sees this. Hmm. I think that he sees this, and I think he kneels down to Leonhardt, and I think this is the first time where he's coming to her as like she's a child, and he says, um, and I think he looks a bit. He's like, I was going to give this to be used by someone very special, but they're not with us anymore. I want you to use this piece of paper to keep in contact with Ava. It'll be more free than I'm assuming the message spell.
And if I write this, you'll be able to see it?
All of us will be able to see it. So if there are any super secrets, you need to tell him directly. But you'll be able to write with him casually.
I like that. She just kind of
Thank
perks
you,
up
Izzy.
and smiles. Thank you.
No problem. I think he says we need to do a few things before we leave. Sara, is there anything you wish to ask us or any information you need before we go? I'm going to check in with Squall, and I'm going to do a bit of scrying.
Okay. I'm still trying to process everything that you've told me in the last hour. I'm sure I'll think of something, but do you plan on leaving
My
direct from the meeting up to Yellow's Kingdom, or will you be coming back through Cornelia?
We need to move as quickly as possible, but if Ava wishes to come back, he is driving the airship, and I will do whatever he wishes.
Just
Would
keep
you
me
like to
informed.
come back, Sara?
I just wanted to know. I'm not going to dictate what you do. I know you have very important things to do. We'll be fine here. I think we can manage. We've got some good people. I imagine that at least some of Balam's forces will stay with us. Plus, we have this one here, and she looks down at Oki. I think we'll be fine. I just wanted to know if I'd be seeing you again soon.
Yeah. Hold on. I think with that, Izzy, he moves to another corner, and you see he pulls out his crystal ball, and he starts focusing on it.
Okay. While you're
If
doing
there's
that,
anything Ava
just
wants to
really
do, feel
quick,
free.
Ava, in your head, just you hear another. What's this about bringing more people in here? It's already crowded enough. Your brain's not big enough for more of us.
Hey, you asshole.
Oh. I assume you're talking about my brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Do you
Yep.
have any idea
Me
how
both of them.
large Titan is? That's his name, for God's
Uh,
sakes. Big.
the Titan. Yeah, he sounds giant.
Oh, and then that insufferable Ifrit. Why did I ever agree to this? You better know what you're doing.
Oh, don't worry, I don't.
At this, for the first time in a while, you hear just a hissing kind of snicker in the background. Just a that's it. It goes quiet after that. I assume we're about to scry on some people, though.
We sure are.
All right, let's
Uh,
see
you
what
Wizard
know what
we've
time it
shit.
got.
is, You know what time it is, Grunther and Blake.
Okay, which
Are we
one
using the
first?
crystal balls DC or mine? Because I'll need
If
to
you're
look it
casting
up.
it through the crystal ball, I believe it uses that DC.
Let me look this
I
up real
also need to
quick.
remember which
Quick.
system I'm playing, and that it's not Dragonbane, so I'm not rolling under stuff. So I need to
Okay,
switching back and
cool.
forth from these
It's
is
a
getting to me.
DC 17, one under my DC, and he's going to start with Blake.
Blake. Okay.
Don't remember which check it is. It's a wisdom save, so Blake might win
Blake got it. Yeah, she
if she
already.
doesn't want to be scried on.
Yeah, she. Well, it's also not really even if they want to or not because they don't know you're doing it. It just kind of is whether or
Oh,
not.
right. It's based
Yeah,
on whether I've met them or
That's a good
not.
point.
yeah, that's true. Well, yeah. So let me see.
It would be a -5 because she's familiar with me.
That is true. So let me look. Let me bring up her thing. Let me bring up her sheet. Wisdom is her stat, though, right? So
Yeah.
it's high. And you said it was
Yeah,
16. I rolled pretty good for her.
17.
17. Okay.
Mhm.
-5 plus. That might balance out. Her wisdom is a plus, or her wisdom saving throw is a +8. So it's still a
Ooh.
Yikes.
+3. So 18. So she just passed.
Damn it.
She just passed. Yeah.
I
15.
think
Like
he's
I was
going
like
to
right in
try.
that. Yeah.
I think he's going to try one more time on Blake and then give it a rest until tomorrow
Well, I
because he
think
needs
if they
to go to
succeed, I
Gunther.
don't think you can scry again
Yeah.
on the same person.
Oh, you can't? Okay, cool.
No. So you
Perfect.
got to move on.
It's Grunther's turn. -5.
-5 for Grunthor on a natural 1.
Yay.
As you as you look into this, looking for Grunthor, he comes into focus, and he is fully. He has his backpack. He has his all of his things, and the surroundings that you're expecting to see, you don't. You're expecting to see streets of Cornelia or things like that, but he's walking. He's alone on a road that you don't really recognize. He's going somewhere, and you have no idea which direction he's going. It seems as though Grunthor has taken off. He's walking with a almost. Give me a perception check, actually.
Yeah, sure. Perception. Same. Wait, dang, I don't have any inspiration.
No, you guys have burned a lot of stuff. It's
Yeah.
been a time,
Anyways,
y'all.
God damn it, Izzy. Why?
16's okay.
It's
Um,
decent.
as you have a little manipulation, with the orb, and you can kind of move it in and out. His face seems almost blank. His motions are very automatic. It seems as though he's being drawn more on some kind of instinct than any kind of rational thought. It seems whatever this Grunthor is, whatever's driving him, whatever this force is that has brought him back, is pulling him in a direction that has caused him to start wandering and has left Cornelia behind.
Uh,
It's hard to tell
okay.
whether or not how much choice he had in this matter. But his face is angry. His eyes are blank. His face is twisted in anger. His his fists are clenched as he stalks somewhere. The surroundings with the 16 are hard to tell. You don't think that just given the days on foot, he could be that far from Cornelia. But you also assume that he's heading inland since the other way's, an ocean. But you don't know where he's going. But something has pulled him away for now.
Cool. I think immediately, but even before he starts sending messages, he talks to the others, and I think he looks at Ava. And he says, "Yeah, so Shiva, right? Like this is her plan." But I think he says, "Unless it's that thing she said was in him."
She told me she had nothing to do with Grunthor, and that it was something pretending to be like a I don't know, like a representation of her. But she said she had nothing to do with him.
When you say that, I think you think it'd be like, but remember when we were in the forest when we got jumped by Noctis's commanders?
Mm-hmm.
I did I tried to connect with Shiva and I got the sense that nothing was wrong, so I thought it was her. So what did I connect with?
Um,
Seriously, I've made
that's
this
a
story
good
very
question.
complicated, haven't I?
Maybe there's
Because-
another fucking icon that we don't know about. Maybe there's like the icon of, I don't know, blood.
Jeez. This is going to be very annoying.
Both of you give me a history check.
Ooh. Don't worry, Ava's pretty smart.
Okay, I will as soon as I strike
appropriate.
through this thing on my list. Okay, cool.
9.
Ava,
Nice.
please. Okay, history check.
Yep.
I get a plus 15.
Books are for
Natural one.
nerds.
That is a 27.
27. When he mentions, maybe there's another icon that we don't know about, something just stops you. You've definitely read all there is to read about icons and the history and all that. And from everything you know, the 5 that are mentioned are the only ones that appear in the history books. You will remember way back when you first met Phoenix, who was the Queen Jane, who was almost who was thought to be killed by Conrad in the beginning. When you first met her, she mentioned Conrad had been dealing with dark things towards the end of his life, or not towards the end of her fake life. That he had been delving into rumors and some kind of alternate powers. So this connects you to 2 things. One, possibly what may have led to his warlock status. And 2, if something was powerful enough to grant powers such as a warlock patron, they would likely be on the level of an icon, if not another icon.
Mm,
So it is very
this,
possible that there is some icon level threat out there that is not readily available in written history.
yeah, I think as he thinks that he's like, geez, there may be something that's not only connecting Conrad, but is connected to Grunthor and also connected to Noctis, which may be connected to my father now.
Wow, great. That's good.
We need to, when we put in our plan to take Mysidia back, we need to
Mhm.
make sure my father doesn't die. We need to study him.
That is going to be very difficult. I want you to know that. You mages are wriggly fuckers, and you like to make shit explode. It's very hard to contain one of you. I've tried many times.
I think he says, "I have faith. I have faith in you,
Oh, thanks.
but don't worry. You'll also have me. You'll also have me there." I think he nods a bit and he says, deserve for some people deserve grace. Grace. He does not, especially if he's in this form. I want him alive so we can study him, but if we need to kill him, kill him.
Okay, good. I was about to ask you that.
You see, he kind of sighs. He says, "I've been trying to deny that I care about him. It'll upset me, but I care more about making sure the world is safe right now than I care about my own emotional well-being in this regard. I still have 2 other family members who I need to try to protect. And if he gets in the way of that, we'll just need to take care of it.
Understandable.
I need to do a check-in with Squall to to see how things are going. Hopefully, you know who hasn't gotten there yet.
Sure.
Yet if they haven't, we may need to think about how to handle that because that's going to be a problem.
You just sending him a message?
Yeah,
What are you doing?
he's just sending Squall a message that simply says, "Sorry to message you so late. We need an update, as concisely as you can. Also, how are our 3 friends we left? Oh, 25 with you."
There's a minute that goes by. No worries. I was up. Forces are amassed. Maybe another week we could mobilize. Friends are good, healthy. Tell Renault I miss her.
Cute. Hey, bestie. That's rough, but also very cute. Okay. I think he explains this to Ava and Sara, and he just says, I'm going to do everything in my power to make sure I find a way to master teleportation as quickly as possible. We need to be able to physically check in, and we need to be able to tell Squall to call us if the Dark Knight shows up. That way we can stop whatever we're doing, and we can end up there to help with the fight.
Once
Is that
Izzy gets teleportation, things are gonna get nuts.
things are going to get way easier? My God.
It's gonna be great until you flub one of them and you wound up in the Beastlands.
Yeah, but unlike his brother, he's going to try again. No, I'm joking. I'm joking. I think it's very sweet that his brother is incredibly noble. Speaking of, he needs to send a message to his brother.
Okay, before you do that, roll me a d20.
Yikes! Hate that.
Uh-oh.
Oh wait, what am I doing? I was about to open up my physical dice. Uh-oh. Yay, 13.
13. Okay, send your message.
Yikes! Don't like that. Um, it's been crazy. A lot is happening. How are you? And do you need help? Help.
I'm managing. I think I've found a way to free her. Need some time. You're good though?
Yeah. Immediately we'll send another message that simply says, I'm good, just exhausted, and a lot is going on. Please be safe and let me know when you'll put your plan in action first. Please.
Fair enough. Same here, brother. I have much to tell you that's too much for the spell's capacity. When next we meet, I have quite the tale.
Yikes. I think he kind of sighs and he nods before very quickly he'll just get a message that says, by the way, I love you. Bye.
I love you too, little brother.
I forgot he calls him little brother.
Yeah, he's technically minutes
Yeah.
older. And he
Yeah.
reminds you of it every time, but does so lovingly.
Okay, cool. Send a close message on them. I think he needs to speak to Ava, and he just says, "What are we going to do about the dark?
Well,
Are we going to fight him when he shows up to Squall's place? And if so, we don't have a cleric, so how are we going to contain him? Do I need to find a way to get that spell that I attempted on Sara actually added to my spell book?
what do we want to do about the Dark Knight?
It may not be a curse. That's my only concern."
Fuck. We need help if we want to fight the Dark Knight.
We could
We
ask
can't do it with just the two of us.
ask Sara, but the problem is pulling her away from her people wouldn't be fair.
Yeah. I don't know. Nozak believed there was a chance to redeem him.
Would you? We could maybe ask the elves if they know any esoteric knowledge that could help.
That's true.
Listen, Sara gave us. She knows what may have to happen, but I don't want that to happen yet.
Yeah, neither do I. Yeah.
Okay, we're putting that one on the back burner.
Yeah.
Ask elves for.
Sara,
The
if I
solution for
can
every problem: ask the Elazar to
ask
help
the
us.
elves. Yeah. Sara, if I can negotiate terms with the Empire to make it easier on us, would you be okay with Cornelia stepping out of this war, or do you want to keep Cornelia on this war front?
I do not wish for war. I'm not a warmonger. But I cannot. If the terms include us becoming part of the Empire, I cannot stand for that.
No, I would never. I
My
would
one
never allow that
condition
either.
is we must maintain our sovereignty. I have no wish to fight. Now, we do need our trade routes reestablished, though. The Empire has been a chokehold on us for the last decade. That's why we have next to nothing. We can't even export things to Balam anymore because they guard the coasts between here and there. At the very least, we need those trade routes open and cleared the way. But no, I have
Okay.
no desire for war just for war's sake.
Understood.
Ava, let's go to the forest and talk for a bit.
Okay.
We need to map a plan.
I'm going to just, I think, lie back down. That's okay.
Absolutely.
Come get me if you need me. I'm just feeling a little weak still.
Oh no, you take your time. It's been a rough few days.
Yeah.
It has.
He will bring Ava into the forest to talk for a bit, and I think he waits for a bit. And you don't expect this. You just feel arms wrap around your body as he hugs you, and you just hear very, very loud for Izzy weeping, and he just cries.
Or just pats him on the back.
Yeah. Also, out of character, I apologize for putting so much labor on Ava. Ava is
Good,
doing
man,
so
no
much for the
worries.
team right now.
It's about time I stepped up.
Okay, I
Cut
apologize
to
for
Ava
putting
getting us
stuff
out
on
of so many
Ava.
binds.
Meanwhile, let me contact every NPC we've ever talked to.
Yeah, I think afterwards, he dries his face like, I am very sorry. I have no idea where that came from.
Oh no, it's all good, man. Shit happens.
And I think he says, "Oh, jeez, I left my staff in there. I need to." And you would see just suddenly, and it just almost apparates in silver. The staff appears in his hand.
Ooh.
Oh, is this? It's like, my goodness, Ava, have you ever heard of mithril armor?
No.
It's armor that's inherently magical because of the metal. Essentially, wearing it make it doesn't feel like there's any weight, so people can move very quickly in it
Oh,
no matter what.
that's pretty good.
This staff is made out of something similar called mythic wood. There have been magical wars fought over it, and there are no more pieces of it left. Essentially, it's incredibly conducive to It's incredibly conducive to magic. So even someone like me can wield it.
Izzy, you're pretty fucking powerful. I assume you could probably wield it with ease.
You
Now,
see,
if someone like me could wield it, then it would be very conductive
yeah.
to magic.
I think he says, "Mind if I test it out?" He wants you to say yes so badly.
Oh god, go ahead. Just don't burn anything if you can.
Yeah. You see, he just holds it up lightly, and you see he focuses before saying, Ralph Way. And you see, as he says that, four silver runes appear. They're pretty small, and they essentially just engulf in light as he casts dancing light.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Cool.
You see, he is far more excited about this than anyone should be. uh, Going through a lot of emotions right now. Just got done weeping.
Highs and lows, highs and lows.
He says, I need to learn more about the staff before I can use it adamantly. Um, when do you want to leave? Because we need to make sure we don't keep Noctis and his team waiting.
Well, how long did she said the meeting was? What, 2 days, 3 days?
3 days. It shouldn't. DM, how long by flight would it take us to get there?
You could get there easily enough. I mean, by flight, it's a day, under a day.
Okay, cool.
So if you had anything you could do, you wanted to do in Cornelia or wherever, you've got some time to do it. I will say the shops in Cornelia aren't quite back up and running yet, so there's not much to do there at the moment. But You do
It'll
have a little
take
bit
us
of
a
time.
day to get there. We need to spend today and tomorrow organizing. God damn it. Okay, organizing Balam's forces. Because it seems that Balam is already up and militarized and ready for the Dark Knight just in case. But right now they're sitting ducks, so we need to take the help they can give us. Right now, Squall is under the assumption that Renoa is with us, and that'll help us in being able to keep these guards here without him questioning it too much.
All
But
right, good. Yeah, we.
I only feel comfortable doing it if they're okay staying.
Um. Okay.
Are
If they're not
you
okay
okay
with
with
you
that?
staying, well, I mean, yeah, that's fine.
Ava, you don't have to agree.
The guards being if Balam's soldiers aren't here, all of Cornelius' forces are fucked if Conrad shows back up. Sarah's not going to be able to take her father on. If the guards don't want to stay, maybe we say that President Squall said it's the order, and sucks to suck. See you in a couple weeks.
Yeah. I think it's clear from his face that he doesn't like that, but I think he nods, but he's like,
Mhm.
Ugh, we may have to lie.
Mhm.
Geez, making choices in war is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, it
Okay.
does.
And I think I think he grabs your hand with both of his. He says, "Hey, thank you. You've been such a light in my life. I appreciate all of you."
Thank you, Izzy.
He's having
All
some
right. Are we
emotional growth.
walking? You know what when you know what that is? Growth.
It's growth.
Growth, yeah,
No,
It's
but
true.
growth.
hey, are you going to let the queen sleep tonight, or are we immediately going to head out?
Um, it's been about an hour. We'll see if she can travel. Then we'll go. But if not, we can stay another night here. Then leave in the morning. We're not in a rush, particularly.
Okay. All right.
With all this growth, one of these days, Izzy's just going to stop walking dead in his track and be like, those two people want to fuck me.
I mean, he's aware one of them does at least, and he's aware one of them just likes him.
He's just going to have that like revelation, be like, wait a minute.
What
Both
a
of you give me
surprise! The sorcerer and bard want to have sex.
an insight check. They are very high charisma people. That's true.
Mhm.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. I think he'll go back out, and he'll say, do you want to do you want to have counsel with your queen, or should I talk to her?"
Well, what were you going to talk to her about?
Just the plan, but if there's anything private you wish to discuss with her. I understand you do have loyalty to her.
Oh no, yeah, no, shit. I'll go with you. I don't have anything to think of, but who knows? I may in the heat of the moment.
Yeah.
As you come
I
back
think
into the
Izzy will just.
grove, she has fallen
Mhm.
asleep when she laid down.
Damn.
Yeah, that's
She has
fair.
fallen
Yep.
asleep.
I cast awake. No, I'm
No,
kidding.
no. Bucket of water.
So it's up to you, but I mean, when she laid back down, you were gone. She did drift off. She seems to be sleeping peacefully, though, not the painful gasping for breath that she was doing previously. And there are no more signs visible, like beyond like her clothesline that you can see of the black veins. They seem to have retreated back. If they're not all gone, they're on their way to being.
Yeah. I think he just says, uh I need to send one last message. If there's anything you need, I'm going to be laying down to try to get some semblance of sleep.
No, do your thing.
Would you like me to would you like to fall asleep first so you can take watch for the rest of the night, or would you like me to sleep and then take watch later in the morning?
Um,
I can help with watch.
that's
I'm
true.
not
You
that tired.
can. Um,
Plus,
I'll let you decide, Izzy. You've been traveling all day. You have Oki and I at your disposal. How do you want to do it? Are you sleepy or do you want to stay up for a while?
I just need to make a call, and then I want to give you a chance to take a break. So I'll get the bare minimum I need, and then you can take as long as you want, even more than 4 hours if you have to.
All right.
also
That
you'll
sounds-
remember you can only find the Chocobo Forest if the Chocobos let you in.
Yeah,
So this is like one of the safest places you could possibly be. So,
yeah. I
but
think
that doesn't mean I
as he
can't
says that,
screw with you.
yeah, I think as he says that, it's very clear he's very, very tired. Tired, and for the first time, he's letting you see how tired he is. He says, "Okay, I'm only going to sleep for maybe 5 or 6 hours."
All right. That
14
sounds good.
hours later.
He does. His body does a reset.
Yeah.
Um, Before he goes to sleep, he is going to send a very short message to Matoya.
Okay.
That simply says, "I hope you know you're very evil for that. Also, I love you and thank you for all your hard work over this last year."
Shit, Izzy, that took you long enough. I knew you could do it. Love? When'd you turn all mushy on me? I guess I love you too, kid.
Yeah. But I think the last message he sends before bed is, "Oh, by the way, we're gonna be taking Mysidia at some point."
You send that to Matoya?
Yeah.
Okay. There's a little bit of a
he know
pause there.
Yeah, he knows that that's something she would enjoy.
I might have to come see that.
Imagine you're trying to cast power word kill on your son, and an old lady smacks you in the face.
We ain't doing
Yeah,
that here. Not today. Not under my watch.
yeah. I think as he goes to sleep, he looks at his crystalline staff, and I think almost like a metaphor, he kind of just tosses it to the side before turning over and going to sleep.
Okay. Ava, do you have anything you'd like to do before turning in?
Mm,
And I can assume you're all doing watches, but I'm not going to make you roll for it because nothing's happening here tonight. It's a safe place.
That's what they all say.
I've
Ava.
done enough to you lately, or have I?
Mm, nah, I'll wait for this. I got nothing right now.
Okay.
Aw.
You all get a long rest, a much needed, well deserved long rest. As
Oh
morning
yeah, I was. Whew.
comes. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Ava needed it more than anybody. You know, I don't know if you've just ever done like a whole day at a spa, how tired you are at the end. You know, that kind of
True
tired.
though. True.
So, and morning comes the next day. So, let's do this. Is there anything 'cause we don't have to RP out every little thing unless you just want to. Um over the next couple days, what preparations do you need to do before you head out for this meeting? 'Cause I don't know about you, but I'm interested in the
Um,
meeting.
I don't remember. Has Ava? I don't think. I think Ava said before he's not from the actual like mostly elvish nation, right?
No, I'm
No,
from
you're from
Canaan, a town
yeah.
that's between
Yeah.
Lindblum and Cornelia.
Okay. So there's no questions he can really ask.
No, your best bet for answers in that field is Blake, because she is from that region.
Wait. How long before he can scry on her again?
24 hours. So you'll be able to do it until
Okay.
tonight. Yeah.
All right. Cool. 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 Yeah. I think Izzy just tries his best to convince the people from Balam. I think he explains to them I think he expresses his condolences, not condolences. I think he expresses to him how sorry he is that he could not do more to protect Renoa, but he's going to do everything in his power to work on a way to get her back. And
Okay.
essentially, he's saying, I would like it if you all would stay here and help Cornelia, because Queen Sarah's forces need help.
Are
However, if you wish,
you telling them about the meeting that you're having? Are you telling them about the rendezvous?
I don't think he does, only because that's not a matter of state.
Okay. Then give me a persuasion roll. Just a straight one.
Okay. Yeah. And it's very much, you do not have to say yes, but regardless, we need to leave soon.
Okay.
That is a 19.
19. Okay, that's actually really good. There are some that seem torn. But with a 19, you managed to convince those in the chain of command to stick around. So whatever little rumblings there were about people like, we needed to be elsewhere, those do get ordered down for the time being. So you know for at least a little bit they will stick around in Cornelia and
Okay, cool.
keeping to the original mission.
Yeah.
As long as they
I
don't
don't
hear
think
from anybody else in their chain of command, like Squall or somebody.
Yeah. I think that he will leave it at that, because as much as I feel like the thing about it is, I think he really wants to respect Squall's wishes to not tell him if that something happened to Renoa. But I also think he realizes he's already asking for a lot, so he's just going to let the chips fall where they may. And Izzy, for once, is just going to let go of control and let life go as it may.
Okay, so you're not making any direct requests to tell them not to report to Squall.
No, I think he feels like that's not his place, and they, as his people, should be loyal to Squall and not Izzy.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So if they think it's in the best interest to tell their president, he can't really argue with that.
Okay.
And if Squall gets mad about it, Izzy truly does not care. He feels bad for him, but at the end of the day, there are a lot of things to worry about right now.
Yeah, I threw a lot at you. All right, Ava, you got anything in the interim day or two here?
Absolutely.
Let's do it.
I will go over to the people that will be guarding Sara,
Okay.
or just the guards in general, and I would like to establish a buddy system rule: 2 guards everywhere, because Conrad can come in disguised as anybody. And while also talking about this, I'm going to ask Sara, or beforehand, I would have asked Sara if she knows what languages her fathers speak.
My father. Well, the common tongue, of course. He did speak Elven for at least one point. We had some contact with people from the region. As far as I know, I think he dabbled a little bit in Dwarvish, but I don't think he really had a knack for it. Why do you ask?
Because I'm going to establish a code system with your guards in a language that hopefully your father does not speak. So that way he can never impersonate a guard to get close to you.
Ooh, you
Okay.
ate that up.
I like that.
Go off, friend.
That's perfectly fine. Those are the only 3 that I know, but I've come to realize I don't think I know my father as well as I thought I did.
Then I guess in Mikotes? I don't
Okay.
know how to pronounce it.
Mikotis. Yeah.
Mikotes. I'll before every shift change, to verify that the guards are actually who they are, they will speak a phrase to the other guards. They will come onto shift at the same time, so that way there's always buddied up. And then there will be a verification of it'll be pineapple sunsets in the Midwest in
Just some
Mikotes.
simple words. Okay.
Yep, just something a little weird.
All right, let's see. What would be just the best? How's your performance? Is that okay?
I could give it a shot.
Okay. I'm just trying to think, just to see, because you're teaching them rather simple things, so I don't think it's going to be that hard. But we'll let the dice decide, and this will determine
Mhm.
Would you like
how
the
much time
help
it's going to be.
action?
Can you help me teach a language that you don't know?
Yeah. Do you know that language?
No, but I feel like Izzy's good enough at teaching.
Give me. Let's do a straight one, and then I'll
Okay.
make
Okay.
the call if you can do help after that. I see how generous I'm feeling. Go ahead and let's do this. You can do performance, general. Let's see. Performance, is that charisma? Yeah.
Yeah.
Or intelligence. I don't think that's great for you, really.
Okay,
But
I'll go for performance.
yeah,
Ugh.
14. All right. Let's say Izzy was helping you. Give me one more roll.
All right.
I just want to see. 14's high enough to get it to happen, but it's going to take a while. Okay. Some people catch it on really quick, but because you want this to be so widespread, there's some people that just can't get it's kind of a weird language. There's some rolling of the tongue, some weird purring at points that kind of comes in like noises that you have to make in the back of your throat. It does take a while, so it'll probably take you the 2 days. Just working on and off. So you're cutting it close, but you will be able to get it done. If you want to stick to this, you won't be able to get too much more significant things done. You could have some conversations, but it'll be hard to do anything longer term like downtime stuff.
No, I like that. That sounds good to me.
Okay. So with that, after the 2 days, that people finally have it. There's towards the end, there's those people that were really struggling with it. They've got that nice purr in the back of their throat on that one word,
Yeah.
especially for
See, I knew you
sunset.
could do it.
Yeah. I've been practicing. It's hard, but
Uh-huh.
once you get it, yeah,
Once you got a tingle. Yep.
it's a beautiful language, really. I'm
It is,
surprised I
yes.
haven't heard it more spoken around here. It's um, you know, I think I'll try to learn some more. This is
Yeah.
very romantic sounding. There's this lady I've got my eye on. I think she would just love this.
Ooh,
Yeah.
you dog.
Yeah, well, no, just we've just been talking, but I
Oh,
think
yeah,
if I can
something
impress her with a
casual.
little, yeah. I mean, just the language itself just sounds so. I I'm gonna write down a
Mwah.
list of words. Maybe just when you come back, if you could just tell me a couple more words, or
Yeah.
I'll
Yeah,
try to
yeah.
find it on
Don't
my
worry.
own.
I'll,
But
I'll write down. Right. Do what you can, but when I
yeah,
come
of
back, I'll
course,
give
of
you
course.
a little bit extra.
You know anybody in town that speaks like more fluently?
No.
Ah, damn. All right. Well, I'll do my
Sorry.
best. I'll do my best. Thanks.
Yeah,
And
no
then
problem.
he kind of bounced. He was kind of the one holdout. Was really, but he seems buoyed by your encouragement. So this system is in place. So
If
now you have a nice system of verifying the identities of people, which was a damn good idea, and
Thank you.
will
hopefully,
definitely affect what happens in the background whilst you all are away.
Let's
hope
go.
yeah,
So.
hopefully this won't be a catastrophe.
Oh boy.
Oh, that's some inspiration right there. It's first
Pretty
Thank
pun
good.
in a
you.
while. We've not had many puns. Harlequin's our pun king, and
He
so
is.
we've missed that.
We
But
have fun here in war.
we do. We have a lot of fun. But yeah, and it's been sad. There's been some sad times lately, but it's nice to get a good pun in. So inspiration to you, my friend. So
Yeah, thank you.
are we heading off to a meeting, or is there anything else that you need to do?
Just before
Izzy.
we leave on the third day, I
Oh,
have
go
one
ahead.
thing. But go ahead, Izzy.
Oh yeah, Izzy will just give Sarah a hug and wish her safety, and we'll tell her to call him if she needs anything,
Okay.
or message him.
At this point, she is doing much better. She has taken to walking with a cane. She's still there's some pain that she seems to have just from being stabbed, even with a incorporeal blade. That seems to have affected her gait a little bit. But as you hug her, she seems a little confused at first, but she returns the hug. We'll be fine, Izzy. You go do what you need to do. And know that I have every faith in you. I just wish that we could all be here. It's weird to send just the two of you off.
Well,
Things have changed so much in
that's life.
just so many days.
We shouldn't focus on what we can't control. Let's focus on what we can. And then if something happens, we'll make a new plan. We'll come back even stronger.
She looks a little... She's weighing her words a little bit. You're right, Izzy, but don't forget to take the time to mourn. It's okay. We have things to do, but that's important too. If you don't, it'll catch up to you when you least expect it.
Hmm. Yeah, I think as she says that, he nods a bit. He says, I'll take that into consideration.
I know.
She would see in his face, he has a lot of emotions right now.
I imagine so.
But he's going to go to the ship.
Okay. And Ava, you said you had something to do.
Yes, just before departure, a little bit before departure, I will go over to Oki and I will
Okay.
pull out that contract that I was working on the day prior.
What's that? Is that more magical
And
paper?
well, it might be magical, and I'll unravel it and show it to her. And as she's reading over it, I'll say, "What do you say we go show that to the queen and get her approval?" And it'll be an adoption contract.
Oh my god, yes.
She as she's reading it, she stills for a minute. And then you just hear like this faint little... And she looks up and she's crying. Is this for real? Do you...
Absolutely.
But she just drops it on the ground and just jumps at you and just holds you around the neck. Are you sure? She kind of pulls back. I don't want to be a burden. I promise I can take care of myself when you're not here, and you don't have to worry about me. And I can cook, kind of. It doesn't taste great, but I can do it. And I yeah,
Oki,
you won't regret it. I promise. I promise.
I know I won't, Oki. You are fantastic the way you are. And plus, you're still just a kid.
Never had a
You,
family.
yeah, you can be Oki Exilos.
That's... Are you sure? Are you really sure?
Absolutely.
I'm gonna have
Well,
family.
let's go find the queen before I change my mind. And I give her a little joking grin.
She's off. She didn't even
You've
hear
never
the
seen a
last
rogue
part of
move
that.
so fast.
She didn't even hear the last part of what you said. She's just gone. As you take it to the queen, she reads over it, and for the first time in the last week, you see a genuine smile come on her face as she kind of looks at you and just gives you not a questioning, just like, why are you doing this? Just more of a, are you sure about this? This is a big commitment, kind of look. Well, it would be my absolute honor and privilege to sign this. Glad something good can come out of all this tragedy. Now, you don't get yourself killed, though, before you come home, because you have
Oh,
someone to
yes, of
take care
course.
of now.
It's true.
I'll make sure to keep her safe while you're gone.
Thank you.
You're a good man, Ava. You really are.
Aw.
I appreciate that, Sarah. Thank you.
If you find Grunther while you're out there, or whatever that is, try to remind him that he's a good man, too. I think he's lost sight of that.
Yeah.
Let him know I haven't. And don't worry about Oki. She's in good hands.
Thank you.
I expect a full report, and I expect to hear that you are successful, but more importantly, alive, very shortly.
Living is my expertise.
If shit goes sideways, get out. I know you feel a loyalty to Cornelia, and I appreciate that. But I have asked far too much of you, and I will not ask you to die for me today. Especially after this.
I understand.
Now go on. Get out so you can get home.
Give
Look forward to
Hope
seeing you
one
again.
last hug, and
Of course.
I'll tell her I'll be back. Don't know when, but we can keep in touch.
And then as you hug, Oki just like grabs you and she hugs you so tight. I love you. She kind of
love you
just
too.
whispers and gives you just a really quick kiss on the cheek. And then just again whispers in your ear. You have no idea how much this means to me. And you can feel just the tears kind of running down her cheek onto your shoulder. And she kind of pulls back. She starts wiping it. I'm a big girl, though, and we'll be fine. You go do your...
Absolutely.
You go do your stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'll keep an eye
Cornelia
on
is
things.
safe in
Here.
your hands.
Absolutely. Oh, I need to gather the troops. Have
Oh
some
boy.
news. Oh,
You
by
know?
the way, we will, we'll have some more for you when you get back. And Sarah goes, wait, what are you talking about?
Okay. Remember, Oki, Cornelia, these people are our friends, and remember that with friends, we don't from friends.
Right.
We
Give
make
me
sure that they can find it again.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Oh boy.
You thought Ozak was joking about it.
25. Okay, if you rolled low enough,
Yep.
she was gonna think you were joking for the queen. But with that, she's like, "Oh, of course, yeah, of course, of course. I mean, we would get up to any trouble."
No, never.
She just kind of has this super guilty look on her face. And she give me
Well, anyways.
give me
Uh-oh.
a perception roll.
Perception, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, dang.
Well, let's see. I've somehow dropped like all my d20s. There it is. No, you still rolled higher. You just see her fidgeting with something in like her back pocket, just very subtly. You can just see her like maybe getting something out. I have to go talk to a friend. So I'm gonna go. I'll see you later.
Yes, I'll see you when I return. I'll let you know when we're coming back.
Okay. She gives you one more hug. And you can feel as she hugs you, you can feel this just tiny change purse kind of hit you on the back that she has in her hand.
Oh, shit.
And she lets you go and then just darts away. You hope to return it.
Yeah.
You taught her too well.
Yeah, I did.
So to the airship, huh?
Yep.
Okay. The airship. You two are traveling alone, correct?
Yes.
You can still fly it. You don't need a crew for this. The way Sid designed it, it's basically you can do it with your super
I am the crew.
avatar powers, right? But it's peaceful. You know, you pull off and the sky itself is quiet. There's no other airships since you kind of lampooned the wind, but let's not talk about that. And the flight to Altair is relatively uneventful. You could see it coming up in the distance after about a day's flight. Totally uneventful. Fire has stopped. But what's left is just this crumbled city, burnt to ashes. And as you look down at it, you start to wonder why Noctis would have chosen this, and probably not for good reasons. Probably as a reminder of your part in this, or I don't know. You're not sure. Those thoughts kind of cross your mind as you look down at this ruined city, which you didn't directly do anything to, but some of you may or may not feel a sense of responsibility for.
Yikes.
You land relatively close to the city. You don't have to worry about buildings and stuff. So you can land right on the outskirts of the city, and it's a smaller town, so it's smaller than Cornelia, and you see one figure that's just kind of standing in the middle of the street, who's just seems to be looking around, waiting impatiently. It's already there. They seem to be alone at the moment. You do not recognize the
Ooh,
figure.
we are going to hold our staff up, say some magic words, and cast see invisibility.
Okay. As the magic pierces your gaze, there's nothing invisible around. Give me a perception check. There's no like invisible people with them. At this point, there's just one person standing there.
Yikes, that's a 13.
13. You don't see any scrying orbs or anything like that either.
Lovely. Can I see what colors the person is wearing?
What colors? That's a good question. Hey, Psychic, you want to hop in and describe what this person's looking like?
Oh my god.
Or Omega, I lied through my fucking teeth to that man. In the chat, he's like, "Oh, you're not there." It's like, "Yeah, I died. I might not be here for a few episodes. Hi."
So yeah, what do you look like there?
So what you see is a tall Hrothgar.
Oh, he's hot?
Or good. Yes, person number 3 that wants to fuck it. No, I'm kidding. No, so he's a Hrothgar standing at about 6'1". He doesn't have a whole lot of like fur on his body. A lot of it is like kind of slicked back. But he does have a brown fur of him. He's got a couple of little markings on his face that kind of represent the tribe that he originally come from. But you see that he does have uh, the outfit of the Mage's Council, but he has the teacher's little parts around the arms and the legs that kind of show who are professors, who are just students. But he's got his hair kind of in a little starfish at the back. And for us players, I will send a photo into our little lounge thing.
Do it. And I'll see if I can get it up on the. Let's see. Can I move this?
So
I can't
yes,
see that, can
hello.
you?
Okay, I see you. I see you inches. Your hair looks fabulous.
Thank you.
Oh,
I know.
I
interesting.
will share
It's
a
to
picture
constitute
of
my
it.
lack of.
I think I might have a way to do it. Let's see. This is gonna be jank. All right. It's gonna be super jank, but there it is, and you can see. So, in in Psychic's place is his picture, and in Ava's
Yeah.
place is a gift that got sent a minute ago in our player lounge. So that's what the face of.
Love that.
So there you go.
But
There you
yeah,
go.
so you see him just kind of standing there waiting. He doesn't look like he's fidgeting. He's kind of just chilling and just like basically waiting, doing what he's told to do. And yeah, you see him like pulling out his little wand thing and a little like amulet of some sort. And he's kind of like looking between two of them before like putting his wand away and chucking the amulet on.
Okay. For your information too, Psychic,
Mhm.
Yes.
because I can't remember your name yet. What was it again?
It's
I'm
Bailey.
I'm such a bad DM. Such a bad
Bailey
DM.
Trindle.
I'm gonna be calling you Nozak for at least the next 3
I
episodes.
know.
I apologize for that. Or
I
I'll
called
forget.
Bailey Nozak when I was telling my friends about him.
Did
I'm like,
you?
fuck. Yeah.
You are here. All you know is that there is one other delegate coming, but you don't know who they are. They didn't tell you that. You were sent separately.
Yeah.
So, what are you two
How
doing?
far are they away?
They're probably, I'd say, 100 feet from where you landed. There's no way they didn't
Okay, cool.
see you coming in with the airship.
Yeah,
Well, I suppose that's
I
probably his
think Izzy's like,
representative.
well, um,
What are you
I was
doing?
gonna say something, but I forgot. Whatever. Either way, I think he says, "Well, we should keep going and be careful." You see, as he waves his hand over his belt as runes appear, and he casts mage armor on himself for today.
Always a good idea.
Yeah, his staff is not with him. He'll just make it appear if he needs to cast a spell.
Perfect.
Bailey
Right.
already
What are you
cast
doing?
Mage Armor on himself like 3 hours ago. As soon as
Sure.
he got the assignment, he was like, yeah, fuck that.
So Bailey, you see these two people standing there. I mean, they landed an airship. I mean, you're very
Yeah.
much aware of their presence, so you can see them. They seem hesitant to come into the city.
Bailey is going to kind of look over at the airship and then look at the two getting out. And he's going to start walking a little further, but he's going to stop when he sees Izzy. And he's just going to kind of look at you for a second. And if you're paying attention, you can see his eyes like darting around the place. He's like, right, of course, yes. That makes sense. You're... Oh, what was his name again? Izzy, right? The younger brother, I believe. Well, through the process of elimination, of course, there's quite a few things that could have attributed to that, but I do believe you're Izzy, correct? Yes, a younger one, of course. Well, I believe I thought that the wind had died a couple of seasons ago, but here you two are driving an airship, which is rather impressive.
It's pretty fucking cool, isn't it?
I must say, it
Though
is
you
rather
don't have to be
impressive.
so humble. It is cool, yeah.
Also, just so you
We
know,
were
Bailey,
told
you were expecting 5 people.
Yeah. God.
we were told that there were supposed to be more of you.
Oh, yes, no, there is definitely supposed to be another person, but I was told to... I believe they were told separately, so... Less of a misunderstanding, more of a... I suppose I'm here a bit early.
Well, do you
You're
have
with the Empire, aren't you?
I'm gonna look at Izzy, and I am going to cast message using my sorcery points to make it a subtle spell.
Okay. So you will not be able to see or his mouth move or hear what he's about to say, Ava.
But I'm going to cast it and doing the subtle spell. I'm going to need to learn how to do the whole sorcery points on this. Like, give me a moment, I will fix that. But I'm going to send Izzy the message, which I think is just like the 25 words.
I think
Oh
so,
no,
yeah.
Yes.
I don't know. It has more limitations because you have to be
his
like
message
able to
is
see
fine.
them. So I think it's just a short
Yeah.
message. Within
I'm just
reason.
gonna say to Izzy that, like, in his mind, he's just gonna hear, I'm not technically Empire, but I'm also not technically on your side. I'm like trying to... Your mother said you needed help, so I'm here to help your mother. Also, she gave me that amulet that, like, stops people looking.
Mm.
Quite smart.
Really quick. Can I check for any scrying orbs?
You did already. That was you looked around when
Oh,
you
you're
checked
right. You're right.
invisibility, yeah.
But
Correct.
out loud, I'm gonna say, well, whatever your name is. I mean,
Ava.
technically, oh, nice to meet you, Ava. My name is Bailey. I've been a
Oh, Bailey.
professor in Mysidia for quite a long time. I will say that I wasn't really technically told what was completely going on, but I have somewhat of an idea. I was kind of just told to come separately, as per
Hey,
Adonis. He
yeah.
said that there was a meeting that I needed to attend and gave me a little bit of information. So
Yeah,
voila.
I think that Izzy looks at Ava and he says, Ava, we are not able to be seen by spells. You are. Please just stand there and nod your head as if you're listening, please. Please. Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah, I think he just says straight up, without giving too much detail. I think he oh sorry, I'm an idiot. I have message too. He is just going to cast message because he can't be seen,
Well,
and
you
he
still have to speak the
simply says,
message, so Ava could still hear it.
yeah.
He was
Oh
only
yeah,
able to do it
100%.
without the
Uh,
vocal components because of the subtle spell.
yeah, that's fair.
Pretty
He
funny.
simply oh well, then there's no fucking point. He'll just say it out loud then.
Yeah.
Um,
One sorcery
he'll
point.
sim-
Okay, I found it. Sorry.
yeah, he'll just say "Mm, yeah, I guess that's not really risky enough. The only problem would be if someone was around, but fuck it, we're here. He simply says, Ava can be seen with any spells. I simply wish to know, do you have any information that can be given to me in private? Nod yes or no.
If I go back through everything, I am going to say, I'm going to nod my head, and just be like, well, terribly sorry about your friend. I was told that there would be more of you, but it seems that's kind of happened. And I'm kind of like trying to deflect the conversation while still nodding at Izzy to okay, we're playing the deception game. I can do that.
Okay, cool.
But yeah, so I'm gonna nod and just say, well, yes, okay, sweet. So there were supposed to be more of you, but well, shit happens, doesn't it? uh,
Yes.
but it is good to see you. I haven't seen you in a very long time. It's been quite a while. I will admit, just like anybody else, when I saw you step down, I thought you were your brother, but uh, process of elimination. We pretty sure he's supposed to still be somewhere in Mysidia. I'm not quite sure actually, but he's a strong man. He can look after himself. It is good to see you, Izzy. It's been a while.
Yeah, I think out loud Izzy goes, I have literally never seen you in my life.
Well, that's a bit disappointing. Maybe there's 3 of you. No, I do
No,
believe.
there's only two.
Ah,
At this point, Izzy,
yeah.
you get a voice in your head. I'm being told that the Emperor's representative should be there shortly. Have you arrived?
Uh, hmm. Yeah, I think he simply says, yes, we have arrived.
She comes back with one more time. I'm not sure who they ended up sending. They wouldn't tell me. But hopefully the conversations go well. I'll await a report. Let me know if you need anything further, though I can't promise that I can negotiate it. Good luck in your talks.
DM, I hate to be that guy. What is her name again?
Inora.
Nora. I need to write it down.
Inora.
Yeah.
Hang on, I got
I
you.
think she gets a message back that simply says, thank you, Nora. I appreciate your efforts.
I can't pin the message. No, I'll send you a DM with the name. There you go. We can pin it there.
Anyways, I think he says, It seems that you were who needed to be sent. I think. I'm not sure if anyone else is supposed to be coming. So, if you wish to talk, we can talk. If there's some sort of way you wish to continue, we can continue. What would you like to do?
Oh, am I the only one? I thought there was supposed to be a second. Well, I
Nora
suppose
has
we can't
told me.
really. Ooh, first
Nora
name
has
basis.
Nora has told me someone has been sent. Sent. That may be you. It may not be. I'm not sure.
Well, I was told that there was supposed to be another one, but obviously things can change at any point. Maybe from a different factor, I do not know. But
I
I
think
do believe it is a lot of
Izzy.
fun.
Yeah. Izzy will. Hmm. Yeah. Okay. I think Izzy will just cut it. If they get caught, they get caught. Caught. And he just says, "All right. We need to cut the pleasantries. What is your mission? We have a lot of things we need to do.
Before
What do
you
you wish
answer
to talk
that,
about? Speak about."
there are two heavy footfalls that you hear coming up from behind the group. As you all kind of as you kind of stop, Izzy, mid sentence before Bailey's able to answer, then you hear a voice from behind you. Hmm. I was expecting the whole lot. A chill runs through your body as your blood runs cold. You know this voice. You've heard this voice before. As you slowly turn around, you realize that maybe your fears for Balam have been miscalculated. It seems the Dark Knight is not headed towards there after all, as he's now currently here to have a conversation with you.
Okay.
Hmm.
It's only a conversation.
I've been sent to parlay, as they say, for now. I was hoping to see the rest of you, though. What happened there?
I think
Well,
Izzy's. Oh, go ahead.
in times of war, you have to split up your resources.
Hmm. Just like I split up Grunthor. Well,
Damn.
gentlemen,
All right.
should we get down to business? And that's where we're going to end
Sure.
tonight's episode, right there. So,
Guys, no, it's just diplomacy. It's fine. There has never been any violence that has outbroken via political diplomacy.
No, never.
No, never.
Never.
Never. I, for one, applaud you for trusting Noctis to send somebody. So, not verifying who it was.
Well, the thing about it is we're good. If he tries anything, me and Ava can get out of here.
True.
Well,
I'm not sure about Mr. Wild Magic over here.
You don't care about Bailey yet, do you? So
Izzy doesn't.
we will see what's going on there. So yes, some things have been happening in the background. Essentially, he got picked up. I mean, he was walking, but the Empire's not just going to leave a resource like that out there forever. So he was retrieved at some point and has now been deployed here. So there you go. We'll get into that a little bit more during our conversations. But now you come face to face again with Furion, the Dark Knight.
So DM, basically you said fuck you and remove curse. You don't get to go prepare it first.
This was in the works before. Like once you so he had been retrieved, right? And then it was like, when would it make sense for this weapon to be deployed again? And then you opened the gate for me with the, hey, let's talk. I was like, Noctis is just enough of a dick to do that, to send your former ally back to do this job. Because he thinks it would probably offset you a little bit and unbalance you a little bit. So we'll see how that works. But we will pick up there next time. Quick note for the viewers, you will notice that we have been on a smaller cast lately. Harlequin, who plays Grunther, will be stepping away from the show for a little bit. There's just been some scheduling issues, He's just not able to make the stream at this time, and when we're doing it,
And I will be playing 2 characters from now on.
especially
Let's
with the
go.
time change. So, Harlequin, we wish you the best, and hopefully we can see you again here one day. And I would love to have Grunthor come back in with a triumphant return at some point and finally get that vengeance he so craves. But for now,
Yeah.
he will be stepping away from the show. No bad blood, nothing like that. Just totally scheduling issues and things like that. And he's always welcome to come back when he can. But yeah, so we will be going. Other note, I am in talks to maybe bring on another long-term guest or another full player. We'll see. In some talks right now, just to get that lined up. But we'll see what happens there. I want to thank Chat. Chat was pretty pretty good tonight. Thanks Omega for hanging out with us, and Psychic for lying your ass off throughout this
The
episode.
entire time.
Psychic was hanging out in the Discord chat the entire time. So yes, so now we do have at least some people of the party back together, a wizard and a sorcerer at this point, and
Which
the
is
rest of the
crazy.
classes in Ava.
Yep,
So,
all 4 of them, baby.
would you tell me what is your highest level class, or are they all even right now?
My highest level class is a 5th level monk. 8th
Monk.
level monk.
Monk is still your highest. Okay.
Yep.
Good to know. Good to know.
What's better than 1 fireball? 2 fireballs.
Yeah.
A fireball with did you take careful spell?
I did say
Did you take
careful
that
spell.
one? There you
Fuck
go.
yeah.
Izzy does not have careful spell.
Izzy doesn't
So
care
for
about
the people
careful
that
spell.
do want to know, because eventually I will end up telling you guys anyway, the 3 that I took is obviously subtle spell. I've used that one now already. Careful spell, and I also took quickened spell.
Yeah, quick.
I was
my
tossing
favorite.
between quickened and twinned, but I messaged Wolf and I was like, I don't understand how twinned works, so I just took quickened instead.
Twinned
And you were
is
like, this is
amazing.
how it works, and I'm like, cool beans, quickened.
Twinned is amazing, and the one that lets you double the distance is good, just because it can let you do touch spells at 30 feet. I like that one too. So
Yeah,
sorcerer is my class. If you got questions, reach out. I will let you know.
I'm sure I will.
With that, though, I think
I'm
that brings
dead.
episode 53 to a close. We'll pick up here next week, 9:30 p.m. Eastern Time. If you can't wait until then and just want more tabletop in your life, Thursday we've got Dragonbane at 9:30 p.m. also. Psychic's in that. Omega's in that, who's out in the chat. It's a great game. I try to kill somebody every episode, unintentionally, apparently, because it's happened twice now out of 2 episodes. But Dragonbane's on Thursday and Kupo Quest on Monday, 9:30 both times. And then I am trying to put together a very goofy Easter one shot. So if I can get enough players, we'll we'll have something going on towards the end of the month for that. Just a fun one shot about a war between bunnies and chickens. So we will see how that happens. But until then, thank you for watching. Thanks for hanging out in the chat. Thanks if you watched on YouTube. And we will see you next week. Lally ho, my friends.